Good morning, my dear students. We are discussing our fourth unit, repeated multiplication. In this class, we are discussing about division rule and the relation between odd numbers and powers of 2. We saw that even numbers can be written as sum of powers of 2, like this. 16 can be expressed as 2 raised to 4. Or 24 can be expressed as 16 plus 8, sum of even numbers. It can be also expressed in powers of 2, 2 raised to 4 plus 2 raised to 3. Here we are discussing about how to express any odd number except 1 is added with to an even number. So we can write it as sum of powers of 2 and 1, like this. If the number is 25, we need to express it in terms of powers of 2 and 1. 25 can be written as 24 plus 1. Is it correct? When we add these two, we get 25 as our result. Next, 24 can be expressed as 16 plus 8. Then the next term 1 also should be there, which is equal to 2 raised to 4 plus 2 raised to 3 plus 1. Now we can learn that we can express an even number in terms of sum of powers of 2 and 1. Look another example. If we want to express 21 in terms of powers of 2 and sum of 1, 27 can be written as 24 plus 3, isn't it? Then 24 can be expressed as like this, 2 raised to 4 plus 2 raised to 3 plus 3 can be also made like this, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3. Here 2 means 2 raised to 1. So we again prove that we can express an odd number in terms of powers of 2 and sum of 1. Okay? This generally states that any natural number can be written as the sum of the numbers 1, 2, 2 raised to 3, etc. Which means there is only one odd number which does not contain an even number, that is 1. Because we cannot express 1 in terms of sum of powers of 2. Any other number rather than 1, it can be expressed like this. If it is an even number or odd number, whatever it is, we can express it like this. But we cannot express 1 like this. So this is an odd number, odd one out from a natural number set. Next we are discussing about division rule. We have found a trick for finding product of two numbers if it is the same number. That is, if 2 raised to 5 multiplied by 2 raised to 6, the answer should be 2 raised to 5 plus 6, which is equal to 2 raised to 11. In algebra, we expressed it as if a raised to m multiplied by a raised to n, then the result should be a raised to m plus n. In here, we are discussing about what is the trick behind Here we are discussing or finding what is the trick behind dividing same powers. If our question is what is 4 raised to 5 divided by 4 raised to 2. Generally, we found out what is 4 raised to 5. What is the answer for 4 raised to 5 and 4 raised to 2? What is the solution? Then we divide these two things. Here, we need to find the trick. That is, if we know the 4 raised to 5 divided by 4 raised to 2. In our product rule, we have learned that 4 raised to 5 can be expressed as 4 raised to 2 multiplied with 4 raised to 3. 3 plus 2, 5. The overall power divided by 4 raised to 2. Here, there is a term in the numerator and in the denominator. So, we can cancel these two terms together. Then the remaining should be 4 raised to 3. There is no part in the denominator and here also. So 4 raised to 3 is the final answer. Likewise, we can compute 5 raised to 7 divided by 5 raised to 3. 5 raised to 7 can be expressed in terms of 3 like 5 raised to 3 plus 5 raised to 4. 4 plus 3 is equal to 7 divided by 5 raised to 3. Both in the numerator part and denominator part should be cancelled. The final answer should be 5 raised to 4. Whatever it is the answer of 5 raised to 4, it is the answer get when we divide these two terms. What about if 8 raised to 23 divided by 8 raised to 16? Here we can write it like this. First we want to subtract these two powers, that is 23 minus 16. We get 7. That means when we divide these two, the answer should be 8 raised to 7. This is the answer and this is the shortest method too. If 8 raised to 16 divided by 8 raised to 2, we get 8 raised to 16 minus 2, 14. Here we discussed about the division rule for a natural number. Let's find what it is in a fraction. If 2 by 3, 16 divided by 2 by 3 all raised to 5. Here same rule is applicable. That is, the overall term should be 2 by 3. Next, in terms of power, 16 minus 5, which is equal to 2 by 3 all raised to 11. This is the answer. If it is a fraction or if it is a natural number, same method is followed. We can express it is in algebra. That is, if x raised to m divided by x raised to n, the overall result should be x raised to m minus n. This is the final answer. And for a fraction also, if a by b all raised to m divided by a by b all raised to n, then the result should be a by b all raised to m minus n. You want to only check if the number is same in a division and a multiplication rule. This is only you need to check. Generally, the rule behind it is if x raised to m divided by x raised to n, the result should be x raised to m minus n. for any non-zero x. X should not be 0. X should be any non-zero number. Then, and any natural number m and n with m greater than n. M should be greater, n should be lesser than m. Then this rule is applicable. This is your work. First one, what power of 2 we get on dividing 2 raised to 5 by 2 raised to 3. Second, what is 10 raised to 9 divided by 10 raised to 4. Third, what power of 2 is half of 2 raised to 10. And fourth one, look at the table of powers of 2 in page 58. Using it, can you compute these questions? 64 divided by 16, 512 divided by 32, 1024 divided by 128, 16,384 divided by 2048. Fifth, what is 2 raised to 8 into 1 by 2 raised to 3? And last question, by what should 7 raised to 6 be multiplied to get 7 raised to 2?